Beautiful highway again. How we like it?
Actually beautiful.
60 miles southwest in the Fraser Valley. Off-road iron roars to life
Headed on a treasure hunt.
at the Quiring Towing Yard.
My little dozer is made for going off-road.
Today, Al is gearing up for an unusual assignment.
Not every day's a Coca holiday. That's for sure.
But today's task
Keep going! Whoa!
requires more than just man and machine. Al's sons, Carrie and Lucas,
I guess I'll roll with you.
saddle up. They're heading to a rural property full of buried treasures.
There's a bunch of old iron that needs to be hauled away.
Al catches up with a crew already on site
How you doing, fellas?
and meets property owner Larry Hess.
The machinery was my stepfather's. He was a contract logger on the west coast here.
Unfortunately, the fella passed on and left everything.
The D5's first task,
We'll spin this thing around and then we'll hook onto that Dodge.
are two vintage ambulances. In World War II, Dodge produced more than 23,000 all-wheel drive ambulances, with room for 4 stretchers.
The Second World War brought a lot of industrial might, and when all the boys finally did get to come home, there was a lot of surplus equipment.
The first ambulance
She's in there.
is well anchored in the wilderness.
Well, we'll just tickle it up then. Grab each side of the frame. Yeah, just like that.
And with the potential for historical restoration,
Okay, tighten her up.
Al needs a strong but gentle recovery.
I'll see if I can pick it up.
Hopefully it'll roll.
They haven't moved in almost half a century. They've got basically roots growing through the machine.
Ready? Come on.
Al and his D5 slowly press ahead.
Oh,
And after a little pruning, the first ambulance is out. But in the bounty of rust,
things like that, we might want to look inside.
Al spots a potential danger.
Okay, it's a blasting box.
We're talking 1950.
One big bang with some wet, sweaty glycerin sticks. Devastating results.
We have to tread softly up here. Last thing we want to have is an eruption. Oh,
So far, no dynamite.
I bet you they were cooking moonshine, dude.
And Al sifts through decades of lost pieces
what do you think was going on at camp? A little bit of bathtub rum?
left behind by a logging pioneer.
He really never let anything go because when you're out in the logging camp, you can always repurpose things.
But to haul away the largest antiques,
Progress is coming.
Al is back in his dozer. And today's heavyweight battle
This we're gonna haul out of here.
is with a large piece of heavy metal history, a 50,000-pound earth mover called a Graydall. First produced in the 1940s, the Graydall was a mechanical solution to a shortage of manpower during World War II. The long-abandoned digger is rigged.
I think it went right around the dip there, Jordan.
To Al's lightweight dozer.
This will be fun to try and get out of here.
The dead weight is a serious test for the smaller D5 cat.
When I first looked at the job, I thought about bringing my big D9.
That should be good with the chain. Okay, here we go.
Al chose the more nimble D5 to help navigate the terrain.
My little D5, it's a little bit undersized for what we're pulling, but I think we can do it.
But as Al throttles up
Yeah, she's sinking in the mud.
and the D5 digs in, the big machine bogs down.
Come on.
Free from its muddy tomb,
That's good.
the oversized artifact can be hauled away off-site.
My D5, it's the little machine that could.
Al Quiring has been called to the banks of the Fraser River.
My lucky fishing boots. Big fish in the river here.
"30 feet offshore,
Yikes.
a logging truck is being swallowed up by the rising tide.
It's not very happy.
4 hours after it was first parked on the tidal flats, the truck is deep in river mud.
He thought he was going to go drive through a big mud puddle and wash the truck. He should have maybe dipped his toe in that little puddle to see how deep it was.
Okay, Daryl.
Al has brought in his buddy, Lowbed Darrell, to wrestle the beached semi out.
No way am I going to drive my tow truck out onto that. Send in something with tracks.
Straight on down.
Darrell crawls the heavy unit to the water's edge.
He's got the excavator. He's got towing in his blood as well.
Let's shut her down and we'll have a look talk here.
The Fraser flows into the Pacific Ocean and rises with the tides. Al fishes for something to hook onto.
There's a tow hook. Okay, Daryl.
Hopefully this thing is going to pull out.
After the first few tugs, the rig refuses to budge.
Stuck in that river sludge. It's muck. It's horrible muck.
Pull on her, Daryl. We might burrow in. Okay, Daryl. Come on.
After redirecting the angle of the pull, wheels begin to turn.
Just a touch more this way.
And Al's river rescue is nearly over.
There's pretty good fishing right here tonight. That's for sure.
Heave ho and we're done. I think the worst of it's going to be the boss getting hold of the driver. Big hooks catch big fish. The bigger the hook, the bigger the fish.
All right, Daryl. Thanks for coming out.
Hey, anytime, Al.
Okay.
Every call is different from the last one. Some days it's in the snow, Some days it's in the mud. It's all in a day's work.
Up near the summit of the Coke,
Lost traction, and here we are.
snow is hammering the highway, and a car carrier has blown a tire chain.
They got Quarry towing there working. He's making some large up there.
Al Quiring can't tow it until he frees the broken chain.
But he's having trouble getting that chain out of there, so.
There we go. I think we're good. I'm busy every day.
I compare it to a row of ticking clocks. Every once in a while, they all start coming up at the same time and ringing, and it's a hard thing to handle.
There's a truck jackknife just before the shed southbound. Looks like a super be a lumber.
All of a sudden, there's a jackknife. You get a phone call, and the snow shed's blocked. There's no time to waste.
Where?
We'll go have a little look.
Coming down the hill and just started going sideways, hit the bank, and that was the end of that.
The line of traffic starts to back up immediately. Trapped in it, 2 snow plows.
No trucks backing down the hill.
Al races to the scene, but he's on the other side of the divided highway.
Hey Al, if you want to do this, I'll scrape the road. It's looking like there right now. Just don't get myself into a pickle.
You'll be all right.
Al enlists the grader, already in the perfect position.
If I wanted to, sure, I could lasso him and absorb his Visa card, but that's not what I'm there for. I've already got work coming out of my ears, and if they can't get through with the plows, it just becomes a cyclone effect into chaos.
I just gotta get this guy off the road and then turn your plows loose. Come on.
Just like that. As fast as it happened, it's undone.
The plows can get back to work. And so can Al.
Let's roll. This hill we're going to be going down, that's one of the big challenges.
It's 4 p.m., just outside of Hope. Al Quiring is heading to a remote logging camp for a unique recovery job. It's a yarder, a vintage piece of heavy logging equipment.
There's not many of those machines around in the province here anymore. None, even fewer guys that even know how to move them.
All right.
This yarder needs to move to a new camp, but it's been parked here for a decade.
When they sit for winters, frost rises, it lowers, and eventually the machine just starts sinking into the ground, so it was well embedded into the soil.
Al's first challenge, just getting the yarder mobile.
Does this thing run?
We had our fuel build up.
Are you able to give it a shove from the ass? Come on.
Square wheels, those old tires, they take a while to loosen up.
One more time. It rolls pretty good. Oh, we got her. Okay.
Al will have to coax the awkward load down steep, curving logging roads for 2 hours. He'll need some added stability.
Adding an extra set of axles to the back, and that Actually, it lifts up the weight. That helps with the safety factor going down some of these steep grades.
It's roughly about 3 hours to get hooked onto one of these things. We're gonna make sure this thing don't go over the bank. Okay, I'm going. Roll her ahead and see what happens here.
This is not a drive to be taken lightly. One driver in Norway barely escaped with his life while navigating a narrow mountain road.
There's not much forgiveness when you're 14 feet wide and 120 feet long. Going down narrow roads with steep switchbacks. You gotta be bang on with the corners. Bang on with your momentum.
Something's going on back there. Come on, sweetheart.
The yarder's wheels are pulling towards the ravine.
These tires are so tall, you got on a slope, they want to roll, and the more you move, the more they'll keep rolling back and get you into the ditch. And this thing is not something you want to go in the ditch with.
The worst thing about stopping on that steep part of that hill is it's on a slope. But once you back up once, that machine moves closer to the edge.
Al has no choice but to keep going as slowly as he can.
Come on, baby. Come on. That sounds better. Right on, we made her. Some bad goes on that corner there, I'll tell you.
With straighter roads ahead, the worst is now in Al's rearview mirror.
When you drop that off, definitely it's a sigh of relief and that it's over.
A roll-off truck hauling empty bins lay in pieces. The rig lost control, hit a power pole, then broke apart and caught on fire. Another trucker, still on scene, pulled the driver from the wreck.
Lucky. What did you say that guy was wet?
The wreck is too much for Scott alone.
Everything is all detached all over the place.
Not open yet, I'm sitting here.
In hope, company boss Jamie Davis leaves his yard to help Scott get the highway open.
The canyon's shut right down. So the quicker we get it done, the better it is. I'm just happy to get out of the office. I'll have a good day no matter what happens. We've got this truck totally wiped out, facing the wrong way, and it's on its side. This is a major crash.
With the power lines out of the way, Jamie and Scott will team up to clear the multi-piece wreck.
Okay, I'm gonna go past the wreck, turn around, I'll do the back end. You can do the front end, just put a line on it, low pull.
With Jamie winching from his classic 16-ton Army truck, and Scott using one of Jamie's top-of-the-line 50-ton wreckers, they'll work together to flip the tractor.
You ready, Jim?
Pretty smashed up, that cab. I'm worried about this hood. It's so damaged, it's like a piece of fiberglass in a slingshot and letting it go. Okay. When you flip that truck over and it comes crashing down, you never know what parts are gonna fly off it. it could end up flying apart and hurt somebody.
It's gonna happen right in a second. You're gonna have the glory, James. Take her away. Smash.
But when she hit hard. The hood held on. That's great. Let's get this wreck out of here.
As Scott moves the tractor down the road,
We're gonna put this container over next.
Jamie sets his sights on a piece of the wreck still blocking the highway.
Run the other one up, and we'll drag it across.
A 2,000-pound cargo bin.
Priority one is get the road open.
Oh, yeah. Oh, baby.
It looks like they could be opening Highway 1. Beautiful.
Jamie's old-school wrecker drags the steel bin out of the way.
The Army truck is a nice old machine and does the job.
Jamie, David, thank you.
With the highway cleared,
There you go.
Scott and Gord will tow the tractor back to Hope,
We'll worry about that other stuff later.
then come back and deal with what's left in the ditch.
There's a chance we could get it out of there. Let's have a look at it.
But Jamie has other ideas.
If I wanted to be a real show-off, I'd get that thing out of the ditch before he got back.
The boss is tempted to tackle the flip trailer by himself.
That's a big, big recovery. Oh, I might just throw a line on it for fun, see if we can do it before Scotty gets back. I'm kind of being a little bit of a bugger, and I'm going to steal the glory just to give him a little hard time.
Jamie is gambling his old Army truck will come through one more time.
A bit of a pull here. It's a little more than I should be doing. That thing's jammed in there. Wow.
Jamie and his old school wrecker
So that's halfway home.
get it done.
Scooping Scotty is as much fun as an old guy can have.
But the boss knows when to call it quits.
I don't think we should try to do any more with this because I just know better, you know? You just know. And I really enjoyed getting out of the office today. I like this old Army truck, just plain and simple. I'm out of here.
Heading back to flip the trailer,
When I get back up there, we're gonna finish it off.
Scott's in for a surprise.
Well, they flipped my trailer over, the rotten son of a gun.
He beat you on another one, Scott.
That bastard.
He'd rather be in the ditch, swimming in diesel and mud just like I would, right? That's all right by me because I know that as he's doing that, he's got a good laugh going on.
This thing should be pretty fun to tow.
It's ugly.
Scott and Gord mop up the last piece of the wreck.
Love it when a plan comes together. We're just gonna chain her down and get the hell out of here. Hopefully Jamie's got that fire cooking.
Scotty's done this a long time. He understands the game and he plays it well.
What is it? Every time I leave, I
It's a
come
game.
back and you got my trailer
It's a
split.
game. It's a game. It's getting to be like the old days again,
Flip it over and leave it before
After
the other
you,
side of the room.
Jim.
and I'm starting to have fun.
No, after you. After you.
Watch full episodes on the Weather Channel and the Weather Channel TV app.